Good morning, traders. I don't know about you, but I'm ready to fight. And we got a fight and battle today, guys. We're going to be battling against the Forex team. It's a Forex team from the Fivers. So I'm excited, of course. I'll have both of my Michaels getting after it, guys. Excited to talk about that. And seems like my mic is a little bit off. Let me know in the chat if my mic is a little off here, but ready to get after it today, guys. Let's see what we can come up with. It's going to be another beautiful day here, guys. We'll see what we can come up with. We'll take a look into the playbook. And I'm already in the stock, just taking a look to see if I hang on to a TQQQ position in the main account. Was able to make some good money on the VIX yesterday. Pulling back right now, TQQ kind of going back and forth. We'll talk a little bit more about that. There's some Trump tweets out there, of course, and some deal making might be going on. So let's get into the playbook. We'll get to the sunrise report, and then the competition will start, guys. We got a nice raffle today that you guys can be a part of. We'll talk a little bit more about that. See some comments in the chat. I'll address some of those in just a second. Let's get to today's playbook action. Let's take a look at different stocks. We can take a look even at some smaller names. The competition will be fun. We'll talk all about the parameters coming up in just a little bit here. Let's keep battling. Let's take a look into the playbook and let's see what we can come up with today, guys. Like always, the playbook's all about looking into plays into the market. Let's see what we can come up with today. All right, first starting off, right, guys, we got to take a look to see what's going on here, but I'm taking a look at a long on the TQQQ, and I'm already long it, guys. So here you guys have it. I'll show you guys even my position in just a second here. Let me lower this down so that you guys can see that position there, and you guys can see I'm long at the 46.61. 150 shares, nothing crazy. I'm looking for really kind of like this 46.40 area to hold here and take out the 47. It wouldn't be a big win, but it's not looking too bad. If I could take a nice little kind of maybe $100 on this trade, wouldn't be too bad. We'll see if we can start to get this to pop above the 47 here and really make a move. If not, I can go ahead and get out of the trade, right? Like that, like always, guys. We'll keep pushing. We'll see what happens on this. 46.50 is kind of holding on right now. Will it make the next move here? I'll go to the 15-minute chart so you guys can see exactly the setup. This is the setup on the trade, and I'll be looking at this because we got this on the TQQQ, right? So you guys see the Qs there, but it's very similar, right? It's nothing different. And what I'm looking for, give me a nice little crossover here on the MACD with a trend line break, right? If the trend line can break here, kind of hold on to this pullback, right? Not break back down below the 46.30s here, make the move above the 47s. We could start approaching this 4 a.m. high, which was 47. Take that out and start going higher. We'll see what happens here, guys. If not, I'll be able to cut it out there towards the 40s, really. I don't even want it to go towards the 30s again, but we're getting pretty close to my getting out spot, which would be that 46.40s. As not going to risk too much in the pre-market here. Just trying to make a little bit in the pre-market. If not, willing to get out. Like always, that's the important part of especially pre-market trading, not trying to get too big too early. Now, another major trade that we can find today is that I'll be watching is AU and gold to come down, as gold was on an all-time high yesterday and really kind of pushing. This AU is almost up there to 47. Now in the morning, already a gap down and it's starting to reject this 45. I'm wondering if we can come back to kind of some closing action, really start going back to 45s. Anything above that 45, I think it's a good kind of short off the 47. So it depends on how you want to kind of short this, right? You got to short it off this area. You could always get trend line approaches. I always think about that when I'm trying to think about shorts. Where can the trend line, where can a little bounce go up towards? So something on this line, rejecting that, would be a kind of good look, a little bounce above this 45, going towards that, and then the takedown, which would be a good looking play. This is the short for gold. Of course, it's kind of hard to play longs here. GLD would be a similar setup above the 2075s and then looking for the takedown, right? So we'll see what happens on that, guys. Let's keep moving, guys. All right, guys, and you should be able to join the competition. I did see some comments in the chat. I want to address some of those before I get out of the playbook here, but definitely we'll talk a little bit more about that, guys. So, hey, guys, if you guys were struggling with that raffle, you should be able to get set on there. Gordon, I caught your comments in the chat, and different people in the chat. Guys, we're always looking out for you guys. I saw your comments in the chat before I came on. It actually slowed me down for coming on. I made sure to make some adjustments out there and make sure that got changed. So you guys out there, you guys should be able to jump in it now. Let me know if there's anything else going on there. If you guys are having any other issues with the raffle. So you should be all set to go there, Gordon, and others that are trying to join the raffle. You should be all set. Eli saying he just did it and it went okay. So there you guys have it. Let's keep pushing, guys. All right, we'll see what else is out there. Last play I'll take a look at is an interesting one, right? I know that we heard about auto tariffs potentially being exempt. We still haven't gotten more news from that. So I'm looking at Tesla here thinking if we do get news, it could be a quick pop to 250 and above towards 270. If we don't get the news or if it continues the way it is, I think you take out that 221. It's very binary, but we know how Tesla likes to rip and rally out of nowhere. So we'll continue to watch to see what happens here in Tesla and some other action. Of course, a lot of people watching Donald Trump on Truth Social and seeing what messages he's putting up. He talked about deals potentially coming today. Will we get some deals? We got to just continue to watch to see what happens. Sam, good morning. Just hard trade pre-market. Yeah, it is hard to trade pre-market. That's one thing I definitely will say. So just keep battling, guys. And Gordon, you should be fine to get into the comp now, guys. Let me know if you have any issues, guys. UNH took a massive hit. Yeah, let's talk about the Sunrise report. We'll get to that action right now, guys. We'll take a look at some stocks that are moving out there. And then, of course, we'll get to the show. We'll get to the 9 a.m. time. And at 9:15 is when the battle really will begin with the Forex team. Of course, 9:30 is really when we're going to be trading, but we're going to do a little bit of a team event. I got two Michaels on my shoulders and Money Bitch in the middle, ready to fight, guys. So stick around. It's going to be a great show today. Working now, that's what I like to hear. And let's go ahead. Let's get into the Sunrise report where we talk about what stocks are moving and why. Good morning, traders out there. Let's first talk about the overall market action, and I'll continue to watch my trade and see what happens there, and you guys can see it. I'm always fully transparent here on this show, and that's what it's all about at Trade the Pool. Money Mitch here always gives you the insight of his positions, of what he's getting in, what he's getting out, and who else is giving you this? Very few out there, right? There's no other show, at least that I know, that's showing everything from their entry to the way that the P&L is moving. I see so many Forex shows and different things out there, and not to, give the other guys out there, but I feel like I'm definitely the most transparent trader out there on YouTube. So let's keep trading. Let's see what we can do out there. Let's see what we can make up today, right? Let's get to the action. Sunrise report, of course, seeing the futures come up a little bit here as the market is attempting a comeback, but it's a mixed bag this morning. Let's talk about what the news is out there and what happened, right? Well, yesterday, of course, there's a big hit as big tech led the drop, spooked by export controls and tariff wars. But really, it all came from talk from Jerome Powell, right? And Jerome Powell was looking very, very kind of a little bit concerned yesterday about what was happening, right? Were we going to stagflation? That's essentially what was given. And of course, that is not good look, right? He's in a tough position, right? He knows that he's expecting to see inflation go higher and growth slow down, yet he's told to kind of cut in this rate, right? Well, that can create stagflation. Indeed, it's not looking good in this space. We'll have to continue to watch to see what happens, but it's not looking good right now, guys, at least from what Jerome Powell gave us on the insights. Let's get, of course, NVIDIA's $5.5 billion China charge shocked Wall Street, of course, as chipmaker NVIDIA slid 6.9% yesterday after revealing a $5.5 billion quarterly charge tied to U.S. restrictions on exporting its H20 GPUs to China. Will export controls continue to be a dark cloud cover over tech stocks? I think that's 100% the action out there. But there is a silver lining this morning, guys, at Taiwan Semiconductor, TSM. gets a good lift off of their earnings, but you can see it's already starting to fade off of this. So we'll see if it's able to hold on. They first rose 3% in pre-market after Q1 revenue topped estimates at $839.25 billion versus a $835.13 billion expected. The full year guidance of 20% remained intact, and that gave tech a little breathing room as the tariff fog kind of lifts a little bit. But we'll see what happens. Can this better expected chip earnings reverse this week's tech sell-off? We'll have to continue to watch. Trump taking aim at the Fed. Again, this time, a little bit harder. Trump wants rate cuts. He's said this multiple times. And now he's taking it to the extreme. Just mentioning here about how Powell has gone on Truth Social and called out how Trump went on Truth Social and called out Powell, saying that it's too late, Jerome, a complete mess, that Powell's termination cannot come fast enough. Comments like this definitely are showing that Trump wants Jerome out, and I think Waller's next, but that won't come until May of 2026. So we still got ways away and a lot more of the big bad wolf that is Jerome Powell. So why the rant, of course? Well, Trump's tariff push continued, and he's pressuring the Fed to lower rates like the ECB, which is expected to cut rates for the 7th time today. Meanwhile, of course, our Fed has only cut twice, right? Well, meanwhile, Powell said on Wednesday that the Fed is walking in a tightrope, fighting between that inflation and supporting growth. Is this now a political risk for the Fed as we head into the election season? We'll see what happens there, guys. We're going to continue to watch there. Eli Lilly's pill impresses but doesn't crush expectation. Let's talk about Eli Lilly here, as they're definitely getting a lift this morning, but it's not an absolute big beat here. It's something to look into, right? Lilly's oral obesity drug here helped type 2 diabetes patients. They lost 7.9% of their weight, 16 pounds over 40 weeks. They lowered their A1C by 1.3% to 1.6%. It did meet safety goals and no plateau in weight loss, but it missed some of the expectations. Some were looking for a lowered A1C of 1.8% to 2.1% when we got 1.3 to 1.6. Still, 7 late-stage studies are underway as Lilly expects to file for obesity approval this year and diabetes by 2026. This pill could reshape the weight loss market, so continue to watch to see what happens here. All right, guys, and you're starting to see my position almost getting to the green here as the market looks like it wants to make an up move. The only question is, will it be able to do it? I'm hanging on for it. Let's find out what happens. Let's keep going. Let's go to the next one here. Let's go to UNH. UNH definitely going to be an interesting stock to watch here as it took a just beating, guys, from 600 down below 500 to a low here of 460. Off of the earnings after a huge EPS miss here. They're cradling 19% as the EPS came in at $7.20 versus a $7.29 expectation. Revenues at 109.58 versus a 111.6 billion expected. They slashed their full year EPS guidance to $26 and $26.50 versus the previous guidance they gave, which was $29.50 and $30. So big miss there on the guidance of EPS. Like we talked about, this is the earnings season where it doesn't matter if you beat on EPS. It matters a lot more your guidance looking forward. This is how a major blow off for mega cap Dow component is definitely affecting the market. Is this the start of a broader rotation out of healthcare? Something that definitely we need to keep an eye on. And let's talk about the zoom as Hertz is getting a little bit of a big jump there, guys, and one that we can be trading, one that I might trade in the competition itself, as this has been bottoming out, looking like a nice little trend, right? You got 1, 2, 3. I'm going to look for one more attempt to see if maybe we can get a wash back to 6 and a recovery, but this is definitely one that's on the radar. Hertz getting the move as Ackman goes all in. Shares of Hertz are soaring as their regulatory filing showed that Bill Ackman, Pershing Square, took a 4.1% stake in late 2024, now boosted it to 19.8 via shares and swaps, making Ackman the second largest shareholder of Hertz here. A classic Ackman move. Can he revive Hertz like he did with Chipotle? Well, there's only one way to find out, guys. Let's keep watching there to see what happens. Let's move over to American Express today as their earnings came in at 3.64 EPS versus a 347 estimate. Still taking a little bit of a hit here. Revenues at 6.97, beat the 16.94 billion estimate. So all good, beat on both, but the guidance disappointing again here. Full year 25 EPS guidance at 15 to 15.50 versus a 1751 expected. So these cautious outlooks are really starting to be concerning, guys. And that cautious outlook is despite a strong Q1. And consumers are still spending. But for how long is the big question that we all need to be asking. Let's go to DR Horton, as they're taking a little bit of a beating here as the EPS missed the estimates and revenue light too. Stock down 3% here. And we need to continue to see how this performs because it could show the housing construction is really starting to come into a problem. I can tell you the oversupply that they built way too many houses that no one wants at the price that they cost right now. And so we'll see what happens, guys. What happens to these housing supplies? It's something to keep an eye out on. Alcoa also missing on revenue, but beat on earnings. So the stock is off 2%, but something to watch as we've been keeping an eye on basic materials to see if they'd get some lift. This morning was up there to 26.39. One to watch. Let's see if we get through the 26. All right, what to watch today? Of course, you got the ECB rate decision, continued fallout from Powell's comments, and can the market bounce off of Wednesday's deep red? Will TSM strength spark a chip rally? All things to be looked at out there. So we'll continue to see what's going on in the market. We're going to kick the show off. We'll get right to the action. It's going to be a great day today. Of course, today, the fists are up as the Forex versus stocks competition kicks off. Who has that left hook? Who's throwing the jab? Who's throwing the uppercut? Find out who's going to win the battle today, guys, as we kick things off. And I got two Michaels on my team. I ain't worried. Let's get after it, guys. Start that countdown. And you know how Michael says it. Let's go make that money. Let's get after it. Hugo wants 200, baby.
You ready to get back to the trading action?
You aim, you shoot, and make money.
It's going to be a great day. You guys know where you're at.
What up out there, traders? All right. Well, first things first, I'm going to probably get out of my TQQ position, but we'll talk a little bit more about that with Michael Noss. We got a competition day today. We're ready to get after it, rolling up the sleeves, ready to battle. I'm going to need another Michael soon in a little bit, but I got Michael Noss in the house. What's up, man? How we doing? How was the markets yesterday? I know you missed me, but how was it, my friend?
Markets did what the markets have been doing. Just incredibly choppy action yesterday until the afternoon, until Jay Powell kind of pulled the rug on everybody. And we were talking about that, me and Steve, quite a bit, where, yeah, there was a lot of chop and slop while everyone was waiting for what Jay Powell was going to say. And then he came and rug pulled all of us. So a little bit of bouncing at the end of the day. That was kind of promising. But, yeah, whatever Jay Powell was talking about, the market just did not like.
No, it did not like it at all, guys. I was able to at least wait to. I didn't take like trades yesterday. I only took one trade, and it was just I'm gonna wait for J Powell to come on. I'm gonna look at the 15-minute low. I'm gonna take a small size, and I'm gonna risk off the low there. So I had a feeling that he wouldn't be the biggest bull out there talking, because the truth is he's in a conundrum, and we all know it. It's the world looking at inflation coming, growth slowing down, yet everybody pushing on him to lower rates. Does not make sense in a time when he can see inflation rising really soon. So his mentions of stagflation, essentially really putting concern into the market, and you can hear it in his voice. He just feels like he's tied to sticking to inflation. He said how essentially there's two narratives that the FOMC tries to follow, right? And that essentially there's going to be times where there can be conflicting, but they need to look at both of them and see which is the closest goal, right? Like where's the goalpost? Is it at the 50 or at the 100-yard line, right? And what I think they're noticing is that inflation's the first thing that needs to be tamed. If not, then they won't be able to handle the secondary goal, right? Of actually max employment and max growth being put onto the market. Right now, it's all about inflation, and they're concerned about how the tariffs will affect the supply chains.
Yeah, and it's, we talked about this a lot yesterday too, is they're sandwiched. They've got a potential weakening economy and potential increased inflation, and they only really have one lever to pull, right? And the lever is to make the economy go faster, to make the economy go slower. So when you're getting attacked by both sides like that, there's nothing they can do, right? So I think that's why he's so adamant on holding steady, because if he pulls the lever one way and lowers rates, well, inflation's going to kick back up again. If he pulls it the other way and he raises rates, then the economy is going to slow down. So yeah, there's nothing good that he can say, I guess, for the next little bit until the whole tariff thing is sorted, until there's one of those sides, either the slowing economy or growing inflation, that kind of picks up enough that it's a big enough deal. Then potentially they can start doing something. But until then, the market's going to kind of move on its own. And I think as long as the tariff talk calms down somewhat, I know they upped the tariffs 100% again. Seems like imaginary numbers at this point, but I think it's things like earnings, right? UNH, for example. I see my robot took this morning. Just playing the earnings and trying to shut out the rest of the economic stuff, I think is really important. Like you were talking about HTZ, right? That's a perfect candidate today for some trading, things like that, where while the market waits for some decision to be made one way or another when it comes to all of this stuff, then I think it's one of those that it's earnings season is going to give a lot of opportunity. It's going to give a lot of things that we can look at, and then we just wait until tariffs come or tariffs go.
Yeah, it's something definitely to watch. And it's a lot of mixed noise out there, I think, right now, that we need to just continue to watch to see how it plays out. Of course, we'll get some more lovely speaking today, as Trump will be speaking, I think, at 1 p.m. Eastern. So pay attention towards that. So that means the market will be watching that. This morning, he made a couple of deal making kind of comments from Truth Social. So look to see what happens on that. That's why a little part of me is leaning a little bullish today. One of the things that I feel like I can do well sometimes is be a little nimble and be quick to changing it up, right?
Leaning bullish. Wow. That's
yeah, you got to.
And as I look down, as you said that, my robot just bought some SQQQ.
Well,
it wasn't me. I didn't fade you. It's purely automated at this point, so you can.
No worries. Because the truth is, we're on the same team today, my friend.
How's it going, everybody?
What's going on? What's going on,
about
Mike?
Trump instead of talking about the competition? I mean, the guys on the Fivers, I just came off from their stream, and they talking shit. So.
You know it, Michael.
Okay.
You know
I thought this was
going
to be a friendly competition.
I started it early. I think that's my fault. That's my fault. I started it early. I hopped in their chat and told them to get ready because I was bringing it today. So I told them I was nice up and early as I woke up, and they're up early. They're always on early game. Starting streams at 4 a.m. I was there, and I said, you know what? The early bird gets the worm here. I'm ready to get after it, guys. I'm ready. I got two Michaels. What's up, man? I'm ready to get after the competition today. Okay, so Michael, first tell us about the competition. What are we going to be doing here? What are we competing for? And then I know the chat's buzzing out there. they're like, well, let's get after it. Raffle. What's going on? Tell us what's going on with this, Michael, first.
So first of all, we got a $600,000 account. We are trading together on the same account. No max loss, okay? So we got to be aggressive. They got $300,000, but they have 100 leverage, right? Because it's Forex. So we got to be aggressive there. I know they're already talking strategics and, trying to keep some extra lots for the end of the show. So we got to be smart on this one, attack quickly. They don't know what they're doing, right? I mean, this is our field. The market will be open soon, and they trade in Forex 24/7. So it's not the same. We got our power hour right now.
I'll tell you what, though, it does make me a little excited when I open my Trading Evolution and I see nothing but 600,000 at the top. Let's go. Ready to make that money work, man. We gotta talk about this, guys. How are we gonna go about this, right?
We just find in like the whole penny stock, just find like a 2-cent stock and plow.
Well, I mean, Hertz is in that game. I mean, I'll say Hertz is pretty much the penny stock right now.
Yeah, I'm watching it.
And definitely going to have a lot of people watching it, right? That's my thing, right? Is that we need to go where the volume is today. I think that's the important one. And looking at different names in that. There's also 2 small ones. You guys know I keep up with the small ones too. So small ones on the radar today. We're going to be TGL. You got TGL kind of setting up here off the $4. You can see how it kind of came this after hours. Broke above towards that 4, came back, nice little trend line break, went up there to 480. It's been hanging out here. I'd like for this one to make one attempt towards 4, not even get to 4 out the gates, start popping back there towards, let's say, 460, 480 for the 5 run. And then there's one more. I'll call it the Churro, CHRO. We'll see what happens with this one. Chromacell Therapeutics. Looks like we're hanging out there off the 250s. This is another one that could be coming and making an attempt to $2 before the big run. We'll see what happens on these names, and I'll be keeping a look at some of these small ones. But $600,000, guys. We got a lot to trade here and a lot to get after. And I know that you're really good, Michael. And this is going to be the fun one today. I'm going to have to go Nas and then Michael.
I'll be sure.
I'm going to be losing it here. But Michael, I know you're really good at like deeper time frame levels and looking for like kind of 15-minute resistance and support come into play. Anything that's on your radar today that you're looking at some setup like that?
Yeah, I'm going to put them in the chat also. But obviously, Hertz is one of them, HTZ. You also have UNH dropping like $100 or so.
Yeah, that could be a nice little bounce back, right out the gates. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, my bot already picked that up. So I'm watching.
So go where the bots are telling you, Nas. Go where the bots are telling you, my friend.
Yep.
LLY, TSM, NVO.
Yeah, Eli Lilly up to 821, right? I mean, that's a big move.
So I'm watching those, and of course, my buddy, the Nasdaq QQQ.
What about the bull? Is the bull out of play?
Interesting. What a move, right? All the way to the 70s, the 80s.
I think that's going to be like a slow bleed now. I don't think there's going to be a lot of action in that anymore.
What? Weeble's not going to 100? Come on, man.
Zero, just very slowly.
Palantir's been up there. We'll see if some stocks can get moving today. I'm watching around out there. I'm looking for something. Maybe we could get some Tesla news. We'll see what happens. There still hasn't been any news on that auto tariff kind of mentioned exemption that Trump kind of hinted towards, but didn't know what to do, really. Let's just be honest. He doesn't know what he needs to do there to kind of help them out. I think they're working on that. So something to think about. Cliff, what's up? Yeah, Bull was definitely crazy. And Jay in the chat. Anyone in the chat, if you guys got a setup you guys are looking for, hey, stick around. We're going to be switching over and really getting after the show. 9:15, we'll be kind of joining up with the other team and getting ready to the competition, guys.
Yeah, but everyone here is on our team, so give us ideas, right?
Exactly.
Don't wait.
For example, Steph's there with that CHRO. Take a look at that. That's
It sucks
a
against Forex, guys. We got to prove.
pretty. So it's just basing right on top of VWAP in the pre-market, right? If you go to like a 2-minute or a 5-minute, hitting just right on top of VWAP every time it gets there, it bounces. So that could be an interesting one for an opening drive if we get some action.
Yeah, we'll see what happens on that one. I'd like to see that one do the quick scoop towards 2 on both of the plays, TGL and this play too, right? So what I'm looking for is attempted bottomings, right? You can see on this TGL, I kind of like it too, just because you can see that kind of nice 15-minute kind of trend line approach, right? Where you're kind of cutting below that 9 EMA, but then starting to recover it. We'll see what happens on these plays. These are plays that could easily give us some good gains. The key, I think, is going to be trying to take quick gains early, especially in the competition. I always view a cushion as important, right? It could help Nas, it could help Michael, it could help myself get through a loss, right? So we all got to be thinking about how we could get a nice little first trade in there, give us a nice cushion to work with so that we can like relieve ourselves off the risk thinking, right? And we can just start pushing the gas pedal. So I think that's the important part, is how we can make a little bit of a trade right out the gates. Another thing to think about is yesterday we got a lot of down action. Will we get some up action today? I feel like we're kind of a mixed noise battling off of a kind of a tighter range now between 520s and 540s, 550s. Can we bounce back to the 540s, 550s on the SPY? We'll see what happens there.
HIMS, I'm adding that to all of these for the same VWAP paid bot that I've got going on my personal account.
That one's getting hit hard there. I think this has to do with Eli Lilly's drug also. And don't forget that, right? These drug makers like Eli Lilly, they don't want HIMS to exist, right? They don't want that. They would rather go the other way, right? Kind of giving it to doctors and things like that. And I remember even Eli Lilly kind of mentioning when HIMS made a call about what they're making a call that they could get it cheaper to you. And then Eli Lilly said, but if you just go directly through us, it's cheaper than even that, right? So then there's no reason to go to HIMS, essentially.
Yeah. Technically, look at this, right? The massive level here, right? It's $24.50, $24 was the high right after the de-SPAC. Then it did what all SPAC companies do and sells off. And then, right, it was the high back here and then the low back here. So this is a big, big level. So we're here in the pre-market. You can see we got one green arrow trying to break back through VWAP before. So yeah, I'll watch that one with a risk off the low of the day. That one could be a really good one, because this is one of those, it's become like a cult kind of following stock. You get a lot of people talking about this. So big level for it. If there is buyers that are going to come in, it could be around here. So this could be a good one.
All right, guys. Any other trade that's up your sleeve? What are you guys looking at? What about gold?
You know
what about gold? Because I know those Fivers guys are going to be looking at gold. I'm thinking about shorting some gold.
Well, we could do, again, our advantage as stock guys. You could do like a dust, right? You could do the leveraged play, right? You could get so they're just trading.
You remind me of Gold Dust.
Yeah.
The wrestler that used to have gold dust on his hands and blow it into the camera.
So if they took a position, that could be another way to do it. They take a position, we take a position on a 2x leveraged instrument for them, just so we get the extra juice.
This is definitely something we can use, triple or double leverage. Interesting.
What are we thinking risk per trade here?
I mean, we're going aggressive. That's what we're doing.
What are you talking
going hard in the paint?
$100,000 a trade? Is aggressive as $10,000 a trade? What are you?
Let's see the other team as well, how they play it a little bit. I know they're scared. They're talking, but they're scared. So
yeah. So I think what we should also do is be a little bit of time focused, right? Is maybe one of us is ready to go right out the gates. One of us can get ready to kind of get a little bit eager towards 9:45, and then one of us getting closer to taking a big shot at 10, right? I think something like that can really work out here. because we don't want to step all over each other and trade to like 10 different directions, right? So we got to look to see what happens out the gates and how things are setting up here. I think things are still setting up here. That we did get a little bit of a Trump spike. That was on this one, right? Where we went to the 47, rejected it. We're hanging right off the lows there. Can we fill some of the gap and then get back up? I think that's the play that I'm looking at right now that makes the most sense. Big part of this also is just looking at the VXX. That's why I felt like yesterday we could get some little down action and then a big move up. And I felt like we were like kind of holding on this trend line approach. And then now we're making a little bit of a pullback back down. Now, the only question is on the daily, are we going to go back up into this range or are we going to come back into this kind of red gap zone? That's where I feel like the battle is right now on the VXX outlook. Is it going to come right back into this area or is it going to go back towards this trend line approach at the top end? And the VXX has been one of the top ways I've been making money. So I'll be looking at that, guys, because the speed, the amount of speed that this thing is moving, it's like trading a penny stock right now, guys. So we'll see what happens. I mean, think about it on the daily. We're talking 11 points on the VIX there. If I look at the 15 minutes, easily yesterday, moving at least a buck on that. So there's ways to make money there on the VIX. We'll see what happens.
Yeah. Another one to watch is UU. Like
uranium.
Yeah, started to spike. So something definitely to keep an eye on.
Yeah, we'll see what happens with this one. This one's moving with those like USAR, and then also with MP materials. So this is the metals and minerals play that's been moving on. USAR could be a short. This could be a short, guys. This thing was really hot. Like, look where we're at, right? 1650s. We'll see what happens on this one. US rare earth. And then MLGO was one of my top shorts as of late, guys. And I was shorting this thing at $15. Look where it's at now. Almost 840, right? And so these are how these penny stocks could really be nice repeated shorts, right? I mean, I could have just continued nailing on this one. All right, guys, it's 9:15. It's time to switch things on over, guys. So we're going to go over and start the competition, essentially. So I'll let Michael Noss and Michael kind of hop out while we switch it over here.
All right.
For those of you who want to stay here, you can stay. We're going to share the screen and basically show it from here. Or if you want, you can go to the other show.
Yep. I'll put the link here, guys. So what we're going to do is we're going to restream it here. I'm going to let Michael Noss and Michael get over there so they can go ahead and get out there. So what we're going to do is we're going to stream it right here, guys, but we're going to go over to that channel too. So if you guys want to go into the chat and kind of mess with them, you guys can click on that link, go over. If you guys want, you can leave this stream open and just kind of mute it. But definitely get on over right now, guys. I'm going to share that screen that they're on right now. So let's go ahead. Let me stop my screen and I'll share that over here. There you go. Share the tab. There we go. And here we go. Chrome tab. Boom. Share the auto. All right, here you guys have them. Let me go ahead and hit play and get them to live here.
That's leveraged.
80% says the Forex traders from the fibers.
There
and
you
I'm going to end the poll right now. It's over. It's done.
All right, guys. I'm going to go over there.
That seems like the easiest thing
over there,
world,
guys. If not, you guys can always just come over to that link there. It's right in the chat.
That's the line I always use.
All right, Michael, welcome.
Michael, how are you guys doing?
What up? How's it going, everybody?
I said it was the other Michael, the CMT Michael. Welcome the CEO as well.
How's it going, guys? Well, we were just over there prepping. We've got a pretty good game plan, so
we know we've been watching it all year.
Yeah, we didn't know. Oh, you guys prep? You've been prepping?
Okay.
Oh yeah.
We got a few tricks up our sleeve there.
Yeah, systems and robots and all kinds of cool stuff coming for you.
You have robots over there as well, huh? Okay.
Yep.
Wow.
So what
do you mean robots?
Forex traders. What are
You,
you
you got
watching?
some. You're using some robots to help you find the best stocks.
Yep. Yeah.
Oh my
Scans
God.
and
Okay,
systems.
Victor, you got to activate those EAs. You know what to do.
Yep, I'm on it.
Victor is our robot. This is how we win.
Oh,
Yep.
okay.
Do you guys also have stocks that or assets that moves like 150%?
We've got a shiny one.
Oh,
We've got a
shiny.
very, very shiny asset.
I got you. Okay.
Gold boring. Boomer
Yeah.
trading with gold, huh?
It's interesting that we're doing a competition when the markets is not moving. Is today,
well,
you know, it's
Maybe not
so
the best
slow.
day to trade. Yeah.
What's up, Mitch? Welcome.
Your markets might not be moving, but some of the stuff I'm watching is already up 30.
What's up? What's up?
today.
Hey,
All right,
Mitch.
this is nice. We're all in here. We're all gonna answer the question. You know, who's more profitable, stock traders and forex, and why do you think it's the forex market? Let me know in the comments. Let me know in the comments. Who's gonna make more money? This is gonna be amazing. This is going to be
Wait,
amazing.
hold on a second. When are we starting?
In
Suppose in like 10
11 minutes.
11
Opening
minutes.
now.
Wow,
You still
Mitch, you're
got
looking
11
way too
minutes.
focused, man.
Alex, you got 11 minutes to back away. You know.
It's all right. It's all right. I've been warming up all day. You know, we've seen some very good movers in currencies. We even had 0.5% on
Ooh.
pound Swiss. So that was a good day. Yeah, very volatile. What about you guys?
I'm just watching this UNH. I mean, it went down from 500, almost 600, all the way to 460 in just a few minutes. That's how crazy the stock market is.
I'm leaving. Bye.
25% down in 5 minutes.
Literally, 5 minutes.
All right. Well, if you guys win, like if you guys win in the big way, obviously I have to open up an account with Trader Pool and join the dark side. But that's not going to happen, obviously, because
that's
we
not gonna
got
happen.
Victor, we got Anastasia, we got Alex. Let's do this.
Going all in on GU. That's how we do it.
Alex, could you please not be trading GU today? Or
I will hold off on that one for today for you guys. Save that for another
Alex,
time.
do you want to pause the thing while Jonathan joins us?
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah, exactly.
what? I didn't get that.
Yeah,
I didn't hear that. What was
If
that?
Alex is going to be trading GU, can maybe Alex host the thing and joins us as a team?
No, but I can't. I've been waiting so long to be against Mickey in a competition. I can't not let this up. This is, this is career defining for me.
Career defining.
Well, okay, guys. Let's. All right. So we run the risk management plan. We know that they've been planning as well because we have actually been watching your live stream while doing our planning as well. So we know exactly what you're up to.
That also tells us how scared you are, right? You notice we weren't watching your stream because we'll just trade our own way and be fine.
Speak
right?
to the CEO. I walked in and he had his headphones on listening to us.
Oh, okay. The
Learning the
espionage there.
enemy. Learning the enemy.
All right. So let's see. We have. I got the account open here for both Trader Pool's platform here and the Fiverr's account. It's going to be very interesting to see if we have any positions popping up. So, what's the plan? Like when it comes to the opening bell here for the stock market, are you? How do you usually trade that? Are you getting in on position on the very open? Are you opening positions based on the open? Like how are you guys playing this volatility? Are you looking at the volatility and then waiting for something to happen after the open?
So if it was a genuine question, I would have answered that. But I don't know if you're asking that because you need our strategy.
We want to know how the other side live. That's all.
Well, it doesn't matter though. Like if you're gonna like, for us it doesn't matter. But please tell us everything that you're planning to do here, so we might hedge.
I mean, at the beginning, it mostly you can when trading stocks, you can either go to those large cap, lots of volume, Tesla, Amazon, Google, Nasdaq, and such, or you can go for those high volume but change ticker, like stocks in play, earnings, or any type of news coming that pushes the stock. So depends on your style. Maybe Mitch want to add something on that.
Yeah, sorry about that, guys. I'm just working on a little double audio issue, so I'll let you guys keep running with it.
Sure. Yeah, I'll
I
say
have
that.
like at least 7 of you guys in my ear right now.
Nice.
Sorry
So everyone
to
talk
hear
nice and
that.
loud, huh? But yeah, usually, with the stock market, one of the beauties of it again is you've got maybe an hour and a half of incredible volatility, incredible volume. So you've got to be there for that time. But that first few minutes, that could be problematic, right? So it makes sense to kind of calm down. We've got Michael just leaving. Is he going to someone else's office? Is he gonna?
I love
Wow,
how
did you see
how
how
the
that camera
camera
just followed him?
turned around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Michael, but I completely zoned out and
Yeah,
focused
me
on
too.
the
Yeah.
camera.
I thought he
That
was
was
going to
amazing.
someone's office to fight you or something. Like, that's the way he walked out.
I've
Like
locked my door.
Yeah.
Pull your desk in front of it.
Yeah.
No, so me usually I'll probably wait 5 minutes. I'm a quant. I'm a systematic guy, so they'll start firing off about 5 minutes after the open, and then lights on from 1 to 100 trades. I don't know how many are going to come through, but we'll see.
So you guys have all scanned for a certain criteria first to find some of the stocks that you guys want to trade, depending on
Yep.
what you like, how you like XYZ. Then you're just putting those on your watch list, and then as soon as the open comes, you see which ones you want to take, or do you take all of them on your, like, how does it work?
No, so I put them all on a watch list that the Trading View can watch for some indicators that I set up. So just when XYZ happens, it will send me an alert. I'll just go over to Trader Evolution there and kind of punch in the trade. So I set up all the, generally I'll put 20, 30 names in the watch list. No idea how many of those will trigger and how often they will, but Trading View will just tell me when it does. And again, I'll go over the platform and I'll just YOLO $600,000 on the first one that comes through, and then we either win or put our tail between our legs. How about that?
So Michael, does that mean you're no longer a Fivers trader, or do you trade CFDs when no one's looking?
I'm coming back. Since we chatted last time,
coming back. You hear that?
I'm coming. Why not both? That's the way I kind of look at it, if in the spirit of good fairness. But most things you can get done with the stock market, right? So, I look to I'll trade it all. Right? Give me a back test that I can point to show me there's some edge in it, and I'm in. That's why, as much as we're ribbing each other, I think at the end of the day, if you can do it, if you can kind of mentally handle it, trading as many uncorrelated strategies and uncorrelated assets as you can there's going to be times where the Forex market's going to be awesome. There's going to be times where the stock market's awesome. So if you get a little bit of both, it can't hurt.
Yeah, I remember that nice yen trade that you had with the Fivers. I think the conversation that we had, you were telling us about that yen trade that got you quite a nice little payout there. So there are opportunities in the Forex market, guys. There you go.
And part of the thing with again, as I've kind of, from then I've just become more of a quant nerd, which is, I think, one of those things where in the stock market, you've got this limited time where everything happens. I think what got me a lot is in the FX market is it's I'm getting up in the middle of the night trying to look at stuff. So I think now that I get a little bit more kind of quantitative with things and use EAs, I think you call them on your side. There's trading bots for us, but that might be a little bit more your style, because then you can sleep at night and then have things trade for you.
Yeah,
I've noticed that you've been getting more interested in the algo trading. I'm subscribed to your newsletter as well, and I get that, and I see a lot of those. I get that going as well. So that's pretty cool. And I'm also getting more and more interested in the whole building EAs and everything. And I'm actually looking at a software now for trading, like stock picking, things like that as well. And yeah, I mean, it's that space is also exploding. So I think lots of possibilities in that space as well with AI and everything.
Yeah, that's what I was going
Very,
to
very
say. Like
exciting.
I'm a CMT, I'm not a coder. So the stuff that I'm doing now, a lot of it is because I can go to ChatGPT and I can say, this is the setup I'm looking for. This is what I've noticed works on the charts. Build me something in PineScript. And it will just
Exactly.
right? You go
And
back.
it's the same for me. You know, I know technical analysis, but I have no idea how to code. But now you don't really need to have a huge experience with coding to actually build something. If you have an idea, right? If you have an idea, you can build some really cool things.
Yeah, and it opens everyone up to, again, trading more frequently across different assets and uncorrelated strategies, and that's in the long run leads to a nice smooth equity returns. But I think we're being too nice to each. It feels like this feels
Yeah,
a
I
little
didn't
too
know.
nice.
I was just feeling that. I do want to see though. Obviously, with all the tariffs and everything going on with Trump, how are you guys navigating that whole market?
Wait, it's 1 minute, guys.
Yeah,
It's
hold
1
on,
minute.
1 minute.
So let's
Okay.
focus here. Okay, it's 1 minute. The market's about to open.
Let's go. Hands are up.
There you go.
All right, let's do it.
Yeah, we're 100% winning this. We're winning this one. Still.
All right, guys. Let's also you have the we're
30
doing
seconds.
giveaways as well, guys. So let me know, or not let me know, but I want to let you guys know that we have the link in the description of the video. Go there, follow the instructions. What you have to do, you have to go to Trader Pool Hub, sign up, the Fivers Hub, sign up. You have to subscribe to Trader Pool YouTube channel and the Fivers YouTube channel right here. And let us know in the comments, who do you think will win? Who's going to come out top here as making the most money in this challenge? We have the stock traders to this side with Mitch, Michael, and we got Anastasia and Victor and Alex.
The
Up the
opposite.
Fivers.
Yeah, opposite. Thanks, mate.
Is it the wrong? Because this is right for me.
That's the one.
It's opposite.
Here. Yeah.
Okay, so we have people to the both sides of me. That's better.
Human beings.
All right, let's go.
Okay.
Let's get
Let's
after it.
go.
We're on. We're in. It's on.
It's on.
It's on.
Oh wow, it's on. Well, that was anticlimactic. No, nothing's happening. Where's all the volatility? What's
Not
going
the
on?
best day to trade, yeah.
Okay, gold is going absolutely nowhere after having the most bullish run in years. It decided to just stay flat while doing this competition. And what do we have for the indices? Let's take a look. The S&P 500 is well, we do see some low time frame movement. We have Euro USD doing absolute. We have the first position opening on the Fivers account. I'm not going to tell you what it is until it hits take profit. Okay,
So you can
looking
delete
good.
it.
Oh
Looking
god, this
good.
is on. It's a
This is
netting
Alex
account.
trade. This is definitely Alex, isn't it?
Oh,
Yeah, it's a netting
Oh,
account.
it's the
there.
netting. Ooh. So we
Yeah.
can be trading the same pair.
Yeah, no trading the same asset. So
Okay.
Okay, which position? This is your trade, Alex, right? The one I'm seeing right now.
That's
No,
fine.
no,
But
that's
dust.
that's the wrong screen. Yeah.
That's Michael.
So there we go. We've
Yes.
got obviously
On
gold. Tried to have a push down, come back into an area of demand, found a push up, consolidated. We've had one test to get higher. We've had another test to come down. I think we're just in a bit of a range. Market is open, taking out the lows, and I think now we're gonna find support here and start pushing up to take out some of these highs. I've got to stop just under this low, just in case it does come down. But I do think we're gonna trickle up, take out some of these earlier highs. That is the
Okay, so we
plan.
do have a position open for Trader Pool, and we have two positions open for the Fivers. Trader Pool is currently in.
Oh, so
Well-
you're long gold and I'm short gold, so that'll be interesting.
Well, that
Yeah.
would
Oh,
be
so they're all
interesting.
they're okay.
It
So we
would be
got one. Oh, interesting. So we got one position on gold. No, all right. Is that?
Yeah.
So you can
Wow,
also
I see.
wait. Trade a pool.
So I am in yeah, you can go to my screen. So I'm in dust, right? So this is one of the benefits again of stock trading. This is a double leveraged inverse gold play. So if gold moves 1%, this is going to move 2% intraday.
Great.
So, right, this is an ETF that tracks the gold miners, and again, will move opposite. So, if we went kind of pound for pound or account for account, you can get these kind of double leverage. You can get triple leveraged on a lot of these ETFs, both long and short, right? So, if you have an account that you can only buy stocks in this case, you could just buy this, and if gold goes down, this will push up. So, this has come through one of my strategies here as well. So. Yeah,
so you're actually shorting gold, Michael.
Yeah, I'm shorting an ETF of gold miners that is double leverage, right? So all of the guys who get the gold out of the ground. So if gold goes down, this will go up twice as much, if not more.
And we are longing gold right now, and that's interesting. So we're basically hedging against each other right here. Very interesting. We do have another position opening right now on Euro USD.
Depends the position size. Anastasia is S&P 500, so I can pull that up onto the screen. So
Anastasia has that's a big lot size.
Yeah,
that is a big lot size right there. If this one moves in our favor,
no, actually, for S&P 500, it's not a big lot size.
It's not a big, the contract size is a little bit different.
Right. Okay. But the P&L kind of fluctuates between 0 and 500 quite quickly here. So it is, I guess, a lot of volatility we're seeing right here on the open. Okay, looking good.
All
We're in
right,
some
guys,
good.
Starting my first one here and the penny stock. Let's go. TGL,
Okay, that can,
TGL, guys. TGL, long TGL. I'm trying to add on a pullback, but I just got a starter here. Looking for a pullback add here towards 420. See if we get it. Haha, pun intended.
Hold on, wait. Let's pull you. We're gonna pull up your chart. We're gonna pull up. Jonathan is supposed to pull up the charts. There you go, Jonathan.
There you guys have it. So let's put out a limit on the bid here at 420. Trying to add another 300, but we're already lifting. Let's go. This is the 15-minute play trend line break here, so you guys can see the trend line, right? Easy trend line break. This one was a setup we were looking at already. Talked about it in pre-market about looking for a potential 4 cut down and then a quick move right back out of 4. Now got about 600 shares on this. Let's see if we can start to get this to start boosting here. Can get up to about 1,000 shares. We'll see what happens.
We are all in profit. So all three
the
of
Forex
us
is currently up $1,300 while the Traded Pool is I guess around break even. I'm gonna be nice. Around break even.
Okay. Around break even.
Okay, Alex, I want to look at your gold trade right here. I don't know what you have up here, but I want to look at
we've got the gold trade here. We've got Anastasia's trade S&P 500 in the middle. We've got EU, which is Victor's trade on the side here. Let me see if I can just make them a little bit, a little better to.
That's a beautiful short, Anastasia. I like that. Very, very good. It's a good one. I like that. We also have the overall bearish momentum on the S&P 500. Hopefully that will continue throughout today's session as well. That should move out to take out that TP. I mean, looking at gold, we have an overall uptrend. If gold has stalled, right? Gold has stalled, but if we can put up, put in some more bullish momentum here.
The amount of traders that are thinking that gold is going to go down, and they're just shorting into demand.
Yeah,
just asking for trouble. So take the other end of it and see what happens, I guess.
Okay, so we have right now we have the tickers TQQQ.
It's basically
let's go.
On the Qs, the Nasdaq. So I took some like 900 shares, and I'm ready to add more once it will drop. If it will drop to the next support level of the Nasdaq. So I'm basically trading the Qs, the ETF for the Nasdaq, but I'm watching or analyzing the future contract.
Right, awesome. So I'm saying right now we have 4
leverage. It will move 2 times whatever the Nasdaq moves.
Yeah, base hits do add up. I did see that comment. We'll see what happens here. Who's gonna get the base hits? Do we got any realized profits yet, or is it
no? It's all paper. It's all paper money so far.
It's
the other one I took there is HIMS. I'll try not to make too many.
Wait, did you short HIMS by any chance, or did you long HIMS?
I bought HIMS.
Nice, great company.
Just trying to grow the hair back, you know.
Alex, your gold position is looking very good. Euro USD
moment,
looks like in proper
Lots to push up
profit
as
right there.
well.
I like. Oh, have you seen the lot size on Euro USD? That's an interesting play right there. 26.
Yeah, Victor's
Lots
added in a
on-
little bit. I can see why you would want to add in as well, because it's been quite slow through the day on Euro USD, but I think it's going to start pushing up as well. It is in a bit
I
of
feel
a
like
range.
we gotta up our sizes over here, guys. I'm looking at
Yeah.
their screen, and they're
Yeah.
a little more aggressive than we're going.
Although, let him lose and we'll take it.
Well, to be fair, we're looking at gold, and gold is like right on low time frame support. If it breaks this level, that stop loss is going to been taken out immediately. And if that stop loss on gold is being taken out, we're going to lose $2,000 on just that trade. And the likelihood of that happening is definitely not zero. If we look at the trade that we have open on Euro USD, it's a long position. I like that. The low time frame structure looks good. And so Euro USD looks good. Gold, kind of like 50-50, I would say.
Anastasia's trade's about to hit.
Absolutely beautiful trade from Anastasia. That's about to hit. That's about to hit
you
TP, I
go.
believe. The looks good.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right, and I think so if Traded Pool, if you keep these position sizes,
Mhm.
we only need a couple of stop losses hitting, and chances are that we're gonna lose more money than you do. You know what I mean? So you're definitely managing your risk in a way that is, I believe, much more responsible than what the Fivers is doing right now.
No, I do not. I cannot agree to that. We have managed our risk absolutely fantastic way. Compared to, look, we got a 300K account, and I'm risking $2,000. What kind of
I'm risking like 1.5.
That's it's crazy.
How much are you risking? I'm assuming that okay, the stop loss order has been created. I love this platform. This is looking so good.
Jonathan, whose side are you actually on? You're supposed to be like in
Sounds like
the
it's
middle.
coming-
Yeah?
I'm
You're
obviously in the middle.
up with the wrong team, mate, my friend.
I'm obviously in the middle, and I also have a long position on gold open. So I'm kind of
Yeah,
like
that's
rooting
true.
for you, of course.
That's true.
Actually, I have to go in. Did I? I might have gotten stopped out on that one.
Just don't
Doesn't
click
matter.
the mouse key on our platform, yeah?
I'm not touching that platform. I promise. That we have. It's
Does-
not until the end.
Mickey, do you want to just walk us through what you're looking at and the reasons why the stocks that you've got?
So I'm just with the TQQQ. So if I'm looking at the NASDAQ, there's a nice level here on the 15-minute chart. It's easy to see it. So I started to buy a bit early because of that extra consolidation support level. If it will bounce from here, great. If not, if it will move lower to this area, I will add more, and then potentially we'll see the pop.
Okay, so you're just adding. You're basically going to add in. The further it goes down, you're going to add in more.
Yeah, technically until it will breach that level, and then I'm out.
There you go. I see some green on the screen on HIMS and the
Go.
TQQQ. Let's see what we
Looking
can
very
do.
good. Traded Pool is currently, well, I guess, yeah. So unrealized, I guess it's about around break even. Our P&L is fluctuating quite a lot. We're around 350, 306, 300. So we're in about. Yeah, we're going from around break even to 1,000 in profits within a few minutes here.
Minutes or seconds?
Well,
It's
moving quite quickly here.
Push.
What I would do, like if you look at gold, if you look at gold right now, it's testing that low time frame resistance. I would view this as a 1 minute range. If I would be trading this live, I would take that money and run. If I'm going to be honest.
That is exactly why you're
I
not
actually
trading.
think gold-
All right, I've locked
think
in.
that's
So that's, I think, the
higher.
first realized we've had there.
Thank you.
$120,
How much?
but
Yeah, they are
$120
now in
on.
profit with a $120
bought ourselves a lunch.
$120. they are leading.
Well, and that also, and that covers all the commissions too. So I think it's like $150. But I've paid for everyone else's trading because I'm a nice guy.
That's a good
Thank you.
friend right there.
Thank you, Michael. Yeah.
Some
Appreciate
big shoulders
it.
you got
Right
there,
now-
Michael.
We have one profitable position, and that is Alex's long on gold. The S&P 400 is starting to
Yeah, it starts to
pull
Climb.
back a little bit here, having a little bit of a pullback on the S&P 400.
That was
Hopefully,
so close as well to the take profit. That's crazy.
yeah. Okay, so we got the Euro
Alright.
USD in loss as well. It's not looking good, the fibers. You got to step it up.
No, it's looking fine. I think EU is just taking a little bit. You need to give it a little bit more breathing room. I think it will push up. It's just playing around. I think just let's have a look on the 5 minute.
I'm ready to short Lily.
Yeah,
LLY. Ready to short it.
That actually
yeah, 5 minute. A 5 minute on the EU looks a little bit
aggressive,
difficult.
Yeah, EU is losing steam. To be honest, it needs to get going anytime now, but it's not. So I'm ready to pull the plug here. Something that I typically don't do when I trade, but since this is different than usual, also the netting account is something that I didn't expect. Right, so my indicator using my hotkeys to get in and out is not taking into account the position that I'm already in. So that's something that is a little bit more difficult than usual, and it's really hurting exactly right now.
Yeah, I think
We're
you're
currently
still
looking
good.
at Michael's screen, the
Yeah.
CEO of Trade the Pool. We are looking at his screen, and you can also see all the open positions that they have over at Trade the Pool currently. 3 of them in profit. Well, okay, 2 of them in profit. 4 of them in a loss. They have positions on 4 different symbols. We have on S&P 400 gold and Euro USD. S&P 400 is back in profit. It's a very
I'm tracking
it's,
S&P 500 on the tick charts, and if it goes above my volumes that we just created on the clusters on the 53.25 on futures, I'm gonna close it manually. But for now, I'm keeping it open.
well, I like what I'm seeing on the S&P 500 for sure. I do like what I'm seeing. I think if we can just push below this current support level, I think we're good for that TP. Where do you have your stop loss? Let me pull that screen up. Get the S&P 500. So we have the what time frame are we looking at? That is this the 5 minute? Is it?
Yeah, you got the 5 minute. Gold is now coming back. It is at the top of its range. So unless if it's going to just range trade, then it may come back all the way down because it is the top of the range right here.
Get another
But
position.
we will
There's a
see.
lot of positions. Like Trade the Pool is, I feel like they're entering a lot of positions, and we're just staring at one asset, and they're like
That's
all
the
over
difference.
place.
That's the difference.
Yeah, you just hit the difference between stock trading, and I've got another 5 things that I'm looking at that I could potentially take trades on here today. So
Wow, really? All right.
and these won't be correlated, right? Tell me that the yen and gold don't have some correlation, and things like this. So
Yeah,
but how are they not correlated though? Like, I mean, it's if it's a risk on market, shouldn't stocks be moving higher? Like, how are stocks not in a sense correlated with each other when it comes to risk, like the risk on, risk off sentiment?
somewhat, but then there'll be news that takes everything. Hold on. Yeah, I did. That's my bad. Hold on. I
see
put in an
somebody
extra 0.
little fat finger.
little fat finger.
I told you, take that elbow off the keyboard, dude.
Well, it's
That's
looking
not a
good
fat finger,
for.
that's a fat elbow, bro.
I see that we're now the fluctuating P&L on Trade the Pool is definitely bigger than before. Maybe they're opening
we're
bigger sizes.
Yeah, add in a little bit
We
more
have
to the trades.
We have one position being closed on the Fivers account. We are now down $2,000 on a stop out on Euro USD. So either we basically, well, okay, we have leverage. So we,
You're okay. You're okay.
yeah, we're all right.
We're
all right.
very decent.
Gold is
coming
back
down
at the entry.
into its range. Yeah.
Can go back to this one. We can see here that we've got gold back at entry. We have the Euro USD stopping us out. We got gold, as I said, back at entry. We got the stop loss below the local lows on gold and hitting that low time frame resistance as support right now.
Dropped fast on me there. I was looking at QURE, TGL dropped fast there.
Do you want to pull that up?
Yeah.
That definitely caught me there. Looking for it to hold the 4 now. If not, going to go ahead and get out.
I'm ready.
That was looking good too. It was popping through 440s too for a second there, and I was up a significant amount, and then it just gapped down. A little bit of a gap down. You see that movement right there. Let's see if it can recover the 4. Yeah,
You're
yeah.
looking at the bar charts as well. Why the bar charts?
I'm a bar kind of fan, man. Especially when I trade like when I'm looking at my own charting, I'm looking at bars. When I'm showing people, I'll pull the candles out. But I don't know, man. The bar charts, man.
I like the bar charts. They're simple. It's
Like
simple.
bar
It's simple and it shows what you want to see. But I don't know. Like for me, candlesticks, I don't really get the. It's much easier for me to digest the information with the candlesticks.
With the candlesticks, yeah. I think for me, what matters more a lot of the times is I think like candlesticks, we focus too much on the bodies, and I feel like the bars can help me focus more on the opening and closing action. That's just simply put like that. So
yeah,
I
do think
more on just the closing and the opening of the candle.
That makes sense because I mean those are the most important prices, aren't they? Like the open and the close. At least in my opinion, I think those are the most important places you should look at when it comes to a candle.
QURE is another one that I'm trying to focus on, guys. I do have a position on this one, looking for this one to break out above the 14 and make a next move above the 1420s here. Let me see if I can get an ad above 1420s.
And this is a cool thing that the audience might not be noticing, but we've got 3 different people here on the stock side doing 3 different things, right? I'm just waiting for my system to say buy this here, short this here. Mitch is trading a lot of these penny stocks. These things can move 100, 200% a day if you're if you're quick. And then we've got Michael, who's trading just the overall market. And he's doing it on a leveraged instrument. So if he's right, he's going to be right double than if he took it on a CFD or futures or something like that. So a lot of different ways to go about things, right? And right now our boss is digging us out of a hole here.
Yeah,
1,000 on TQQQ.
Did you watch the playbook this morning, Michael? Did you see TQQQ long on the playbook?
It's an easy one. Come on.
Well, Michael, I like what you said there about there's so many different styles. I mean, there are a lot of different styles in the world of Forex as well, but there's not a lot of different types of instruments. But it feels like in the world of the stock market, there's a lot of different instruments and ETFs and leverage ETFs and all of that. So it seems like you can have a lot of different personalities trading in the stock market.
Yeah, and I can't trade what Mitch trades.
These
penny stocks
trading
that move into 50% in a minute. I just doesn't suit me, right? I need the liquidity because I'm a systematic guy. So I'm trading more larger cap type names like HIMS and I'm trading that dust and I'm short HTZ or Hertz here. But it's teach their own, right? There's a lot of different ways to skin the cat when it comes to equity trading because there's 10,000 of them, right? See, perfect. Commenter said the same thing.
And you said that you're waiting for your systems to give you a signal. Now, is that a signal based on indicators that you're watching manually, or is it signal based on actual trading bots?
It's based off indicators. So I've back tested this system, right, going back 20 some odd years, and across every symbol that exists. So that's a lot of symbols out there, and then just found some edge with this basic system. So I can set it up in TradingView, scan the market in the morning, tell me, what's in the news. And then like just found some edge, for example. I think it's gone bankrupt twice. Rental car, if you ever rented a car, and an activist investor bought a bunch. So it's up double from what it was yesterday. So I can just take a simple bet that maybe it doubling overnight is a bit too much. And if it comes down 10, 20%, that's just a trade you can take there. So, but I need all the criteria to be lined up. So over on TradingView, I've got here, short here, there's your stop loss, there's your profit target. Just fill it out and trade Revolution.
Starting to drop there. We'll see if we get a market bounce here, market spike.
Yeah, I'm long GU, a little bit of GU.
No, come on, Alex.
What did I tell you in the beginning, Alex? I told you please don't trade GU.
I will
Okay,
trade.
the reason why we're joking around here, the reason why
Yeah.
we're joking around here with Alex and GU is the fact that he's got stuck in GU the other day, just digging
other
himself a hole.
The other week.
The other week, okay.
Yeah. I've got myself out of that hole, by the way.
I did pay Alex to trade GU, Okay, I'm taking some partial out on the TQQQ, selling some.
I have looks like our gold battle, not to brag. Our gold battle, I seem to be winning a little bit. I'm only down 100. I see you're down a little bit more on your gold position there.
Oh, it's only a little bit. It's a drip in the pool, drip in the pool,
Trip in the
and drip in the pool. Yeah, and it's also coming back into demand. So I could just add just a little bit, but now I'm in GU. I'm not going to add anything onto it just yet. But it could have been a nice little average in right next to the stop loss, to be fair, because it's a very good risk to reward ratio if it would have gone into that. GU starting to get a little bit more momentum. I think we're going to start seeing that as well on EU. Gold is starting to push up a little bit more as well. So it's a little bit they're a little bit tricky, and gold is a little bit tricky as well, to be honest, because it's in an area where it can trap people in both sides, so especially on the lower time frames, I think you got to be a little bit wary of it. And
All
also
right,
on
so
the 15-minute, it does look disgusting right now, I'm not gonna lie. But
right, so looking at the P&L, where now we have one close trade for the S&P 500. Looks like Anastasia decided to close the short and flip long, which right now looks to be a good decision. Alex should have taken my advice to close that gold trade, but it is what it is. We move forward. We be fair though, like flipping short on gold, if it breaks this low time frame structure, wouldn't be a bad idea, would it?
no, it would be an awful idea
to go short if it breaks this current level.
Yeah, it'd be if it breaks and closes below and then retests and then continues, yeah, but it's not going to happen in this session, I don't think. Famous last words.
What's that 10 shares on Lily there, boss?
I
Come on,
did.
10 shares.
No. I tell you why. Because Jonathan Briner stuff, please.
Yeah. Okay. Which one, Michael? Yeah.
Yeah.
The screen.
The thing is, I only took 10 shares. First of all, it's a massive move, right? It's got like $30 to move. But my idea is actually to wait. I couldn't wait. So the right trigger is actually a little bit above it. You can easily see the support here, the resistance here at around 865-ish. So that will be the right entry for me. But I took some already now just as a filler, just to start to be committed to that trade. So I'm going to add the extra amount when we will reach 865, if we will reach that.
Okay, gold took me out, so I had to double down on GU.
I just took my HIMs out there, so now we're back to realized profits after my fat finger of shorting 5,000 instead of 500 hurts. So we're back realized. Now we just got to deal with this unrealized gain, guys.
Yeah, I'm here in management mode of the TGL position. We'll let you guys know what happens on that one. Down right now, a little bit over 1,000. So might give that one right back to you. But gonna manage it. Looking for a little pop to sell into. I'm willing to take the loss. It's not breaking the low right now, so a little pop here could be a good management of the loss here.
We need to see this commentary though. I want to see what's going on.
Where are you at, Mitch?
So the stops placed. That's one thing for sure. Put protections on already through the low. But the key here is just looking for like a pop to 420. We were looking really good here. We ran into a seller right at this point of breakout at the 444. And the reason why I was a little bit off of it, I was opening up the QRE when that one was breaking the highs there. But we'll look to just see a little pop. I'm not looking for it to get back to 450s. Just want to get it back there to 410, 420s, get it out, and then it'll just be a managing of the loss there.
And while you have that chart up, take a look at that Hertz position. That's so annoying. So I made a mistake. I put in an extra 0 on Hertz trying to short it. And then I just quickly, I did the responsible thing and I lowered my position size. But if we still had all those 5,000 shares, we'd
Why do you need to be responsible? I mean,
I know.
Let them know, Michael. Let them know. This system guy we have.
We'd be smoking it if I wasn't responsible.
What is the current percentage gain that they've got on the account, Jonathan?
Okay, so right now we have traded pool being up on realized is $150 to $153, and about, I'd say unrealized about 100. Unrealized, so equity around 100 minus. But if you look
you can stop there.
Okay. Well, I want to bring your attention as well.
The other side. Let's talk about the other side.
Yeah, so we want to bring your attention to the fivers as well. And as you can see, we can go and we can look at perhaps this screen right here. And if Alex could perhaps move over to the history tab, we could look at the trades that we've currently in. We are down 5,800. We have losing trades on gold, euro, and S&P 400. So right now at this
just a little bit over 1%.
What?
Just a little bit over 1%.
Yeah, so we have a clear leader in this race right now, and that is Trade the Pool. No pressure, guys, but probably want to take some better trades.
Thanks, Jonathan. That sounds like a legit advice. Thank you.
You know the thing. Do you know how many times have we lost 1 or 2% and made it back tenfold the same day? You know, so
yeah, I mean,
That's
definitely.
Good. That's good.
Just gotta let it warm up. That's all. Let's have a look at what gold's doing. Gold is being gold. Yeah.
But that camera, that's such a nice camera, Michael. It just follows you around.
Yeah, I didn't realize that when I went to the kitchen.
What camera is that? What camera is that? I gotta look that up.
OBS bot.
OBS bot.
Jonathan, you do not want it. You don't want it, mate. Honestly.
Remember that it's not just going to the sides, but also down. So from time to time, it might follow you.
Watch what you're doing. You got glass walls too. I saw there. You got to be real careful.
CEO, this man just out, guys.
What's going on?
Yeah, that's a completely normal thing to say.
That was a good out, Mitch. That was a good out. You recovered a lot of that loss back. So.
I got you, team. I went into management preservation mode there. Was able to just watch it there back to 410. I remember I said 420 or 410. Didn't get picky with it. I said we got back to 410. We're gonna take this off. The extra 10 cents is not gonna matter. What would matter is it goes down to 370. Then I would get a big hit on the team. The team's going to start looking at me like you're going to the bench, Mitch. Let's go.
To be fair, you guys have got quite a lot of floating
positions
on.
on.
Wait, Alex, gold is breaking the level. Gold is dropping. How are you not shorting this?
I like
Well,
this.
look
I'm
at
not gonna
this.
sh- I'm not gonna short.
We're
it, mate.
shorting it. Look at that dust
I
position.
might jump
now.
in with AU short now. This was
It's probably
my
the
call on the
worst
playbook.
place. If we were gonna short, it would have been from the area
Hmm.
where I took the long.
It would have been from the level where Michael shorted it.
yeah. You know, sometimes you gotta take the L before you can make it back.
So now it's
Yeah,
time for
okay.
some-
No winner ever said that, right?
Yeah.
Every single winner knows how to take a loss on the chin, mate.
Yeah, you have to. Yeah, we all lose, man.
Yeah, you can't be afraid of the losses.
Not trade a pool.
But now that we're up and they're down, what do? We just liquidate everything and just like
Sure.
talk smack? the
No,
rest of the time?
you're
Just
not.
get in
You're
their
not gonna.
heads?
You're not gonna win like that. Trade.
Jonathan,
You think
show
trade the
us-
pool is
show
gonna
us
win
here.
just like that by just sitting
Acquisition
back
and
and
profit.
Nah, you gotta win by doing some. They all in profit.
That's nice.
Well, it's a good
Very
thing
nice.
to. Well, because right,
Well,
we kill the
let's be
losers.
smart. Yeah, we killed
Right.
the losers. That's the important thing. You know, we killed the losers, and we're holding on to some winners here. Expanding the wind, right? And that's what we're trying to do and ride it up. A big part of that was me managing my over $1,000 loss there, right? If not, then you know we'd be pretty red there. So
Wait, so you would cut your losses prematurely? So do you use a stop to get out, or do you say, okay, I've got to stop just in case it gets there before I
I'm
can
one of
cut the
those
position?
tinfoil. They call them tinfoil
Oh,
traders.
yes, one of those guys.
Where I talk about you know, I don't like showing my hand. I'm a big poker player reference, and so the key is I think having stops open in the market is like playing poker. At first, you get your hand right that only you get to see, but the moment you put a stop, it's like flipping that hand and showing the house where your hand is. So the house can then at that point determine their odds. And so I'm always a proponent of keeping your hand folded until the last moment. Once you're in the green or you're in a position of power, then you can be like, here, you can see my hand. The same way a poker player plays, right? They keep it and they're worried about their probabilities only. And they're not focused about their stop or what they're risking on the hand. They're focused more on probabilities of being in the right and not showing up their hand.
Okay, let's have a look at what gold is
So
doing.
just for the record, I don't agree with any of that. I don't think. Well,
Well, it sounds very good, and I quite like listening to that. So
Anyway,
it sounds like it makes a lot of sense, though.
So
Yeah.
I am caught in a halt. I don't know what's going to happen here,
What?
but I shorted some EXF, and it immediately went into a halt. So this is going to be another little difference between stock market and
Boy,
Forex.
Michael's hitting the systems hard.
There's some rules in the stock market that if stock moves too much too fast, they say, everyone calm down for a minute. We're going to stop. We're going to stop trading.
Who's short hurts? Who's short hurts? So I can end this position.
No, I'm in. I'm looking to add. It's going to go to
Hurts.
Are you looking to get long, Hertz?
Oh man, I can't bet against Ackman, dude.
Oh, go ahead. Here, look. There you go. You take it.
All right. I'll take the wheel.
I'll trust you on this one. I see it's part of my rules. If it closes above VWAP anyway, I got to get out. So, but yeah, so I won't know what happens to this DFX for another few minutes. And there's no trading in it until that resolves. And that's
I like it though. It was a good position. Good call. Real quick rejection of that 14 and going right back down. Like it's not a small drop there.
And you know my system, Mitch, right? So you can see the close below the cross back below VWAP, right?
Right there, the light blue line. You guys see right there.
It.
All right, AU's breaking here. So dust looks pretty good here. I was thinking about jumping in and even double dipping on that one. So let's see if we can really get this thing to get going here. Yeah, not a bad position here. Might take some profits through the breakout here. We'll see what happens. How far can it go? But dust looking really good, man. I like this one. I really do. Think this is one of the
why our team are.
The Fibers is quiet. I was going to say that it's quite quiet. Very.
We're concentrating on our.
You're mute or something. I can't hear you. What?
Well, and so if you look another stock class and look at the SQQQ I've got on now. So Mitch earlier,
Yeah.
or Michael
the
earlier
VIX
in
call
the
out
day
too.
took TQQQ, which is double long, the Qs, and now I'm in
on the flip.
SQQQ, which is double short. So essentially, if the Qs go down, this will go up double, just kind of like my dust position. So it helps you you can always trade from that long side if you're just someone who likes to either trade long or trade short. You can find instruments for those, not just for overall indexes. You can trade. There's Coinbase has a double leverage ETF, and Apple and Google and all of these things. So yeah, tons and tons of instruments, ways to express theses here.
I like that.
Yeah, I feel some people, including myself, find a certain direction is a lot easier to trade than the other one. Like I see longs a lot easier than I do see shorts. So that's quite an interesting instrument. If instead of like inverting your chart, I guess.
So how long are we doing the competition till? We don't have a lot of time left, do we?
22 minutes.
22
that means I gotta get to work.
No, since
So it
then we have
sounds like
literally been
right
stuck
now
in the same place.
Right now, if we would, if Tradable would close all their positions and the Fiverr do so as well, then Tradable would be in a clear lead right now. So either the Fiverrs, what they have to do, I believe, is
that's a big one. That's a big one on Hertz there, bud.
Yeah, Mitch. What the hell?
2,000 shares on Hertz.
I gotta give the Fiverrs team a chance.
All right, let's go.
Up $1,000 here on my my gold short.
Yeah,
so
that's the one I was saying
that
to maybe take the cash on that breakout here. I think it's a nice breakout to take the money and run.
I'm gonna start pairing some of this out.
Let's see if this is actually gonna hold as demand or if it's actually going to push through.
Yeah, it's right there. It's right on that breakout look there. I like it too. I liked AU on the short, and this is the leverage play on Dust. But AU, you can see it's a really good stock and momentum play. Look how this one traded. Nice fade off of that. That's called a VWAP fade. Big breakdown of support, right back to the VWAP, fade right back towards the support.
Maybe this is a great time also to talk about a real few
It hurts. Look, it hurts.
Take your money and run.
Nah, you just got to let the stop. Just place the stop, man. Just place the stop. Now we in the green no matter what, Michael. We in the green no matter what. Let's go.
So for those of you who trade in Forex, we also have on Tradable website, we have a page called Forex to Stocks. And we basically give you there all the information you need in order to start trading stocks. I'm serious.
You might be napping our traders. Hold on a second.
I'm gonna add one thing. Michael mentioned that before. You know, it doesn't mean that you have to ditch the Forex side. The more variety you have, the more opportunities you have. So if you know more markets, you have more opportunities to make money. Simply as that. So definitely go and check it out. Maybe we can drop the link here of Forex to Stocks. Whoever listening in the back.
Yeah. So we just
bought again. What do you think about
that halt again?
Gold again. So at the moment we got a long on S&P 500.
Nice, Michael.
We've got Euro, just basically stuck in range.
Yeah.
We've got pound, basically not doing anything as well.
Cash and boom.
We got Tradable closing on some
money.
Right
That's all I gotta say.
Yeah,
Michael, killing it.
For someone who doesn't like to day trade, Michael, you're doing just fine.
You're doing just fine, my friend.
I need automation. I'm stressed. I need automation so I can hang back. So
Tradable currently unrealized profit and loss over. Yeah, the balance with unrealized is over 1,000. Tradable currently in profit on all their position, but on the account down 6.5K currently.
Who's that?
Okay,
sorry.
Let's keep an eye on this.
Are we gonna kill SQQQ, Michael?
That's only.
I'm
just watching. I'm watching the Qs here on VWAP. If the Qs break above VWAP here,
maybe downsize there.
Yeah.
We'll see.
where it's just a couple ticks above VWAP. So the last 5-minute candle high is VWAP. So if that breaks, I'm
Yeah,
out.
I'm watching that TQQQ. We might need a hedge it and open up a TQQQ on it.
Watch CVS
Alex is
be our
doubling
best
down on
trade,
gold, it seems.
right? So CVS is probably one of the most boring stocks in the entire stock market. It's just a pharmacy in the States. So I just bought that because the system told me, and we're up about 800 on that. So I think I'll actually pair some of that off too.
Very nice.
Yeah, I ran
Yeah.
to the cash too fast on Hertz there, but it's continuing. It's doing pretty well there. So at least I cut our position and flipped us.
I gotta
Saved
use
some
that
cash
ran to
there.
the cash. I gotta use
more.
that, mate. I'm gonna steal it off you, mate. Ran to
You
the
like
cash.
it?
Yeah, I love that, man. That was good. That was a good one.
All right, we'll
So
see what
this,
happens
so
here,
this
man.
guys, this is Forex. We are basically
What a
we're letting the
DXF trade,
breathe.
man. That DXF trade, that was monstrous. That was like what?
Yes.
Let's put
Yeah,
a
and
hold on.
I even chickened out. I chickened out early. I thought it was going to go into another halt, and I didn't want to be in another halt. So
You killed it on that one, dude.
yeah, why don't you bring that up, Mitch? I can share my stuff here too.
Yeah, I can show it. I can show it here at DXF. It's a really nice trade here, guys. I'll put it big here so you guys can see it. You can see here, it was just an entry off of this look. And then what I liked is here is boom, short there, out there, took the hit, but then got right back in it here and then
Mitch,
nailed
could
it.
you
Right?
sorry, could you put it on candlesticks? 'Cause
Oh, I
it's
can
quite
do that.
difficult for the.
I
for the
remember when
audio.
I did my interview with you, you yelled at me to do the same thing.
All
So I'm a bar chart guy
Here you
too.
go. Here you go. You get the candles. You get the candles,
Yeah.
the bodies. All right,
Now
there
I
you
can
guys see
understand
it.
what's going on.
So yeah, that big short down here, and there was a big cut down through the support. Nice move. It's now down 10, and went even as far down as 976. So even
Yeah.
you could even had a little bit more on that. So maybe a little runner game could have been good on that one. But hey, great positions on, guys. Good trading here today. You guys flew.
Michael, what was the kind of trigger entry for that one there?
VWAP break, right? So a lot of the systems I use are VWAP centric. You know, I thank my buddy Brian Shannon for that. But yeah, so I'm looking at fades from down through 1 day VWAP to 2. There's a lot of traders out there who've been trained that you buy a stock when it comes into VWAP. It's just like the first thing that's in the book. So like a lot of things, I'm like, okay, well, I'll do the opposite of that. If it breaks VWAP, I'm going to short, knowing that there's a lot of people kind of trapped there. And with that trade, you can see it actually happened twice that Mitch was showing there. So I shorted and took a loss early, and then it went back through. So I hit it again to get the profit there. And all of the trades, if I go through all of them, they're all that same setup. So that's what TradingView over here is just alerting me, is saying this stock is breaking through the current day VWAP. The target is the next day's VWAP, and I select the stocks just based off of what I think is a little bit too overdone on gap side. So I'm fading kind of the exuberance of crazy news that comes out, right? So UNH is one that I missed, but you know, this is one of the largest companies in the world, and it missed earnings, and we were talking about it was down 25% off the open. But then, you know, you could have gotten a 5-6% rally in a matter of minutes. And same with this CVS, which is what I think is on the chart here now.
No, I got SQQQ.
No, that's my SQQQ.
Yeah, I'm just watching that one, making sure we're getting to that profit.
Yeah, I've got. I'm looking for just a break of high days here, just to rip, and then I'm going to take some off if we fade here.
So it looks like it looks like Victor is now 35 lots deep on your UC, while Alex has a 40 lot size position open on GBP UC. We're getting close to break even here. S&P 500 in a loss, but we are slowly making our way back to break even.
It sounds like a lot.
Looking at Traded Pool, they are currently down. Their equity, I guess, is about 1,400 in profit, while their balance is 685 in profit. So if we continue with like this, and if gold can move up to, and I'm thinking is a very small push upside, we should be in a good profit here. And if Victor, 35 lot size on that one. Again, GBP USD 40 lot size. I would just close that one, honestly. Like,
Why it's pushing up.
yeah.
All right. Well, I took a flip there on Hertz there. So short now Hertz. We'll see if it starts to come down here. Did reject there. Market looks like it could break down here. We'll see if the market reverses. VXX trying to break the high there. We'll see if the VIX starts to make a move.
And it may
We're
sound
currently
like
back to break
there's a
even
lot-
on
there's a lot
unrealized
of-
profit and loss.
there's a lot of
But-
lots on there, but you know we're still only risking small amounts. It's only like 1%, 1.5%. It's not massive amounts.
Yeah, the lot size sounds. It looks like a lot, but it's in relation to the account size, and we're trading a 300K account, and it's not. Of course, it's bigger, but it's not that big. I mean, it's not like you're trading this on a 50K account.
Yeah.
Right.
I-
And we don't have any limits. So yeah.
I think we have been way too conservative guys over here on the stocks. So just looking at what their P&L is doing, then looking down, we're flashing up or down a couple hundred. They're flashing up and down a couple thousand. I thought I was being a nice boy. I should have 10x my size on everything.
But
There's
that's
a big,
how do you
big
guys-
difference in position here.
how do you guys position your trades then? Let's say this 600K account is your prop account. How are you positioning your trades to each setup?
I was risking 1,000 on each trade. That's how I was playing it.
No, like in
$1,000
general, let's say if
risk.
this was your account, if you were trading it personally, what would be your kind of risk that you'd be putting on your setups? Have you got like, is it because a lot of people especially in CFD, including myself, would go 1% per setup, or depending on the setup, maybe 1.5%, so on and so forth.
I like doing a percentage of the stop out that you lose the account, right? So say you got $1,000 till you lose the account. Well, you might want to chop that into 10, right? And say, okay, I'll take $100 risk per trade. And then if you expand the account out a little bit, say you got 2,000 now till you lose the account. Well, now you can risk 200 per trade, and because when I'm trading my personal account, it's a 1% risk, but it's a little bit different just in the prop firm world, right? Is it's just making sure that you're doing that. And I like risk sizes that expand when you're doing well and then shrink back up when you're doing poorly, right? So that you're kind of managing yourself. But yeah, for this one, there was no limits. I didn't honestly know how big you guys were going to swing, so I just settled on I'm going to risk $1,000 per trade, and I don't think we have a loss that's $1,000. I think we all killed losers early.
Yeah, I might take a 680 loss here on Hertz, but I'm trying a little bit. There you go. There's a 680 loss there. So no over 1,000, but we've been killing it a little bit.
What's the PNL? Sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead.
And I just need to know what's the PNL right now for both of us. So
we're hovering around break even at the moment. We need to
Both
see
of
what
us?
gold is.
We're at 800 or in the
yeah,
800s.
I don't know if to push the mouse key or not, to click the mouse key.
Yeah, we might need to take that SQQQ profits. That's what's actually holding us into the green. So we might need to cash that.
Yeah, I'm watching. I was looking for a little bit more flush of the low of the day on the Qs.
GPN long
I'm
probably
just trying-
being.
Yeah, I'm fighting on the.
Wait, someone's
GPN.
buying gold. No, silver. Are you still buying silver, Alex?
Silver.
Gold, mate.
That's
No one is
Gold.
buying silver.
Who's trading
I-
silver?
I'm
Oh,
trading
no.
silver, but it's pending.
Ah,
Nice. All right.
I took
Let's
the
go.
Qs off there.
Right, we are currently we are now leading on unrealized profit and loss. Holy macaroni. We're doing this. We are back. Look at their faces. They were chatting along and being so nice to each other, and it's
Michael, my system triggered short Lily, but you're already in. Why don't you double up there? Maybe
so
make
I
it a
closed
combined
my gold because I think the momentum is
Oh.
with GU at the moment. So just in case that gold actually pushes down, I think GU has got enough momentum to actually win this thing. So, I don't think we need gold at the moment.
I'm
I see
keeping S&P
There's also
500 because it's still. I'm waiting for the reversal right now from the same zone. So I might close it at the break even when it comes back.
Yeah. So we're about 1,000 in profit. Victor's taking profits right now.
Yep. Looking good, looking good, looking good.
Yeah, looking a little bit better now. We've got a little bit of momentum.
Oh, this is fun,
Gold
guys.
is
I like this.
gold
That's
is
good to the up.
down. So
To be fair, though, the Trader Pool is currently leading with the actual realized profits here. Their unrealized profit, however, is we're around the same level here when it comes to the unrealized profit. We have an enormous position on GBP USD. It would be quite hilarious if GU is the pair that is going to take us into the lead here.
That would be that would be very, very funny.
What about a flip, guys, for us? TQQQ or VIX looking
I'm
interesting.
out of the SQQ.
That's
I was thinking the same thing because it looks like it's holding,
Go for it,
doing
Michael.
that scoop and score, man.
You run that one. You've been doing pretty good on that one. So it looks good on the reversal. One of the things that we've been seeing a lot in the market is afternoon reversals. That's what's been working. And it's been the sucker's move. I've talked about the first hour of the day. And then in lunch, the lunch algos are just taking over and continuing a trend. And that can be an easy way to make money in the afternoon versus, trying to trade the more volatile open.
We got 5 minutes left. So
to see
in
little
at least
breakouts
five
like
or
that.
6 minutes, we're going to be closing the positions, right?
Yeah.
wow.
So does that mean we go all in right now?
Yeah. That's pretty
Vic,
much.
you know what time it is? I'm joking.
I got you, Alex.
No,
Fat
that's
fingers on.
Oh.
No, 5 minutes. I don't know if within 5 minutes.
Okay, Trader Pool has now given away all its profit and is now looking at a rather depressing figure of about $500 in a loss.
I gotta keep the battles on, man. Q's dropping a little bit there.
Yeah, I got out of that. If it gets back above that prior low at 45.20, I'll punch back in. But I'm just riding my CVS to the long side here. My gold short still working.
I'm just battling GPN.
When we started this, 80% said that they thought that the fibers were going to win. Now it's down to 64%.
That's nice. Thank you, guys.
GU's getting some momentum. If you have a look at it
Sounds like
now, it's starting to
betrayal.
push up. You've got the S&P 500 now is starting to also reverse a little bit. So we've still got a fighting chance.
Fighting
Victor, you just got into 10
No,
lots.
we're winning this. If we close all positions now, we win this.
Yeah,
So
but
don't
we're not
make
going to
any-
win it like that. We're going to have to win it properly, you know? We're going to have to push it. We're winning it properly. So yeah, it's grabbing. GU's really starting to push up now. Let's have a look. To be fair, it's
take a
actually got to
shot,
my
bring us
target,
back.
so I am gonna close it. To be honest,
Sorry, guys, I gotta go all in.
You got to take a shot.
I've closed GU just
gotta
because it's
do
got to
that.
the target. So it's up to you. Well, up to Victor and
Okay, so all in, they're going all in, which means they're
let
That's
it
good.
happen.
Taking a shot.
Just gotta get a quick move.
We are
All in. It says
basically
we still have
breaking
100 grand available.
We got some orders filling here for Trader Pool. We have some orders closing for the fibers. The S&P 500 is our only hope. Only hope right now.
Do you wanna keep
Okay,
it
well,
at
we are
30 minutes more?
How many minutes do we have?
I'm having fun. I'll keep going. I think this is
we got
great.
4 minutes.
Oh, you
Yeah,
could have
4
told me
minutes.
that before I closed my position, Mickey.
Slow.
No,
With 3 minutes.
We can finish on time. Don't worry. You know, I've
We
got.
got CVS though taking off. Let's go CVS.
It's all right. We've
Yeah,
got
again, the most
Anastasia's trade coming back.
Currently, the
boring
fibers is
stock on
taking
the
the
planet.
unrealized profit and loss is okay.
Going
They're
down.
using almost all
GPN.
their
Come
available
on,
buying power here.
GPN. Come on, GPN. All right. Come on, penny stock.
I don't
Okay, we
get
get a new position opening on Euro USD. Now, Victor, you're our only hope here, our last hope here.
Our
S&P
last
500.
hope. Uh-oh.
Gold is breaking
DXF
down.
long. I like it. I like the flip action.
It's on.
We're-
It's sitting on the 2-day view app.
We're pushing. Fiend. I
Michael
love
called
it.
an audible to go all in. So right, this stock's
I'm with
moving.
it. I'm with
Yeah.
it, guys.
It is.
This
3 more
stock's
minutes.
moving 40% every 5
This is
minutes.
tense.
So
This is very
it's,
tense.
We got 2 minutes left.
All right, add into the QURE. Come on, good old penny stock pop. Come on. let
Well,
me
I
get
am seeing a
nice
lot of
little
green
bit
in their account, but also quite a lot of red, I would say.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a mix. It's a mixed battle right now, guys.
Yeah, we can. We're still good. I
Oh,
think,
that GPN coming back there. Let's go, GPN.
I'll take some out.
I feel like this S&P 500 is gonna reverse after the half an hour.
Okay. Close it at break even or so.
All right.
Maybe with a loss before there.
Let's see if I can get QURE to bounce here a little bit.
We got 1 minute left.
Oh,
1 minute.
1 minute, yeah. So in 1 minute we have to close all the
So I
positions.
think
Right?
I think we're good, man. I think we're good on our positions. We're only down, $300. It's not.
Yeah,
actually
we're
that
winning
bad.
this.
I think we're good. Yeah, I think
Wow.
you can close it. I think we'll
Need
be
a little
fine.
jump.
I'll take the blame here.
All right, I got less than a minute now. This is interesting. We got the traded pool around break even. We have the fibers
Vix is saving us.
currently at a loss.
Can we get this
Traded
down?
pool seems to be it's close. This is close. It's literally I don't even know who's winning this one.
I just need if DFX pops just through this $11.
Nice.
Close your eyes, Michael. Don't look at the size of this DFX position.
Yeah, I feel like adding two.
I'm
I
good.
just need the smallest pop.
Oh, come on.
Come on,
I
S&P.
got a good candle for it.
5 more minutes, man. 5 more minutes.
Rob, we got 10 seconds. We gotta close everything, right?
Let's
Yeah.
go. Come on.
Okay, where everything is closed on our end. It looks like traded pool is winning.
Oh,
All
don't
right,
tell me
yeah.
that. Don't tell me that.
Close
no.
it. Close it.
Close it.
Okay, we gotta close it, guys.
Closing
Let's
Yeah,
it,
go,
they're all
guys.
closed. We're
Alright.
Close it.
Closing it.
Oh wow.
won this?
Okay. I don't know who won. Okay, so traded pool is at
If
wow.
we
Traded pool is
one
at five.
second late, we would have went up $2,000.
I know. I was getting close too. I think this is gonna be a nice
They're
pop.
up.
That was on me, Sam. Yeah.
Okay, so what's the P&L then on your account? Can you see the actual?
Projected
What-
balance. It's looking like today's
590.
broke 71.
Oh,
72.
Let's see. I gotta do the calculations here. You had
No, are they
600
are they in profit or are they in a loss?
in a loss.
Okay, wicked. That's totally fine. So you just got to find the percentage loss for us, the percentage loss for
Hey,
them.
hold on. Listen. They're down $440. Okay, we are down 175.
But we've done that, then again under the
We won
second.
already.
Who's good in
But
that?
what's the percentage? You got to find out
What's
the
the
percentage.
gross
of-
profit?
Percentage we won. We won already.
Okay,
What's the gross profit? What did you guys make?
Rematch.
we don't look at gross profit, Mitch. We don't look at that.
But
Fees are schmees.
okay, so we have to. Okay, so gotta do the calculations quickly here.
Look at Lily, Michael. Right? If you held Lily for another couple, if I held DFX for another couple seconds,
GPN started to move higher.
yeah.
This QURE. Watch
Is that
it
pound
go
dollar?
15 now. All right. So remember what I talked about as we look at numbers. Remember what I talked about the first hour of the day had been pretty much the sucker's move. And we've seen a lot of reversals off of this.
Yeah.
So let's see what happens today in the afternoon. Are we going to get a huge reversal? One of the things that's interesting to me is that the Qs have gone down a pretty significant amount, but the VIX hasn't done a breakout today, telling me that there could be some flips coming soon. So we'll see what happens there. I'm definitely going to keep a big eye on that volatility. Of course, big speech, Trump, 1 p.m. So don't miss that. That's going to move the markets for sure.
Oh,
You want to
and
know
we
the
gotta
results,
take-
guys? You want to know the results?
2 seconds. You want to have a look at what gold is doing? Gold is absolutely crapped
The
itself.
fivers actually don't have commission, right? On
No, we have
on
commission.
Yes, we
indices.
do.
On indices,
Oh, indices. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
right? Did you trade the
That's right.
indices?
Yeah.
Okay, so we gotta put that in mind.
That's
We
why.
trade-
That's why I
no,
brought
no,
up the
no,
growth.
this is-
That is absolutely. That's absolutely.
That's why I brought
This
up
is
the
a
growth.
competition about
You
platform
really, Mickey,
versus
you really
platform, right?
want to win off commissions.
Okay.
Of commissions.
Oh,
Well,
listen,
okay,
you
so
want to know the results. You want to know the results, guys.
if
Okay,
it's gross,
so-
are we gross or net? Because gross, we were up.
Now
look at
GPN
these.
is rising.
Net,
Look at
net,
DX.
net is the only thing that matters.
Okay, so we're looking at the actual results or the actual balance in the account here, and the fivers are down 0.06%.
Oh,
Traded
just
pool
held
are
another second on that.
traded
Yeah.
pool. You're down 0.07%.
No way.
So the fivers won with 0.01%.
I don't know if anybody can hear the music, but there you go. We're going to have a little bit of a party up in the Fivers stream. We're going to pull Trump up to have a little Trump Fivers dance. Thank you very much, boys. Mickey, I know you have something to say
We did great,
to
guys.
the fans, to the guys. Shall I pull you up? Shall I pull you up on
Seriously,
the
are
full
you-
screen? I'm sorry, that's Anastasia.
That's not-
Sorry, hold on 2 seconds.
Well, hello there, Anastasia.
Are you really,
Hold on.
Alex?
What?
Are you really enjoying winning 001? It's insane.
Why did you
You know
remove
what?
Anastasia?
You know what? I will take what I can get, mate. I'll take.
I
what
think
I
this
can
calls a rematch.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think-
definitely, definitely.
No doubt.
Yeah, I think so too.
Mickey and I had a gentleman's agreement that we would do a little speech of whoever's team did lose. So we got to pull Mickey up for just a brief 2 seconds. If we can do this, let's have a look. No,
That's me with the hair. Yeah. Okay, guys. First of all, it was a very small win, right? 001. So it doesn't really count. But because I'm a gentleman, Alex is a better trader than me. By the way, we need to check it, Alex, if you did better than me, right? On the specific, on those trades. So we'll check that. But yeah,
Yes.
go ahead and join trade.
we can check if you want. We can check my P&L as well, and we can go head to head on that. But thank you.
Well,
That
I
was
think,
very
I
nice
think
of
this
you,
has
Michael.
been super exciting actually, because it kind of gave me a glimpse into the world of stocks, and it was very interesting to hear you guys talk about the way you were trading. You were looking at the same assets and you kind of planning. It feels like it's way different than trading the Forex market. And I feel like if you know technical analysis, you can apply that to the stock market as well. So why not do both? Like why not have an account with the fivers and traded pools? So I think doing something like this in the future. Definitely would like to see another battle, and yeah, very cool, guys.
Have you
Very
guys?
cool.
I want to
Sorry,
say.
have you guys got any kind
go
of
ahead.
tips for somebody that's coming from Forex? I know, Michael, you've done this. You've gone from Forex and you're into stocks as well. But have you got any tips for the people that want to get into the stock market and trading? That might be a bit
I'm
different.
going to bring up a link for that. They have a website specifically for that, so I'm going to bring up a link, and you can go in and read that as well.
Yeah, and while he's bringing that up, you said it right. It's technical analysis works everywhere, right? I'm just kind of touting my CMT here, but it's technical analysis, just kind of behavioral finance. You're looking for where people are buying and selling assets at. So a lot of that will work the same. I will say that with the main benefit of stocks is that there's 5,000 of them that you could potentially trade. So if you're going from one world to the other, just have a way to filter all of that down into a couple different things that you can watch each day. And again, another beauty of stocks is that every day there'll be a company that did something great, a company that did something awful, a company that did all of these. So you have these volatile movements, and you can stick to those as opposed to sticking to single assets. And again, there's a benefit to becoming an expert at trading gold or a single asset. But then there's also a good benefit of saying, okay, well, every day there's going to be something new happening, and I'm going to go over to that thing. So like everyone's saying, why not both, right? Trade gold with the fivers, trade I don't know, whatever crazy low flow penny stock is doubled with Trade the Pool.
Yeah, what I would say is it's all about, I always say for any trader out there, whether you're in Forex or stocks, it's about learning how to hit the gas pedal and brake pedal. And the number one ways to make money is to understand trends, when trends are working for you and when they're working against you, right? And there's times when the gas pedal can make you so much money. And what you got to do is sometimes you got to leverage all around, right? When it's working. And I think that that's the important part. It's all about understanding accuracy and probability and then really riding the trend. Because what I talk about, what separates day traders, whether you're on the Forex side or on our side, it's about bending that equity curve, really getting that nice swing up. How do you do that? Manage the down and really ride the trends when you find an industry wide trend, or in this case, it could be because a specific material is making stocks make a boost, and of course on the commodity side, getting the lift on the contracts. So I think that's the important part, all about understanding rotation and how you can play within the game of the big boys, of course.
Awesome. I want to add something on that.
Yeah.
We have okay, Victor, you obviously want to add something as well.
I
so
want to
go
say
ahead.
before we continue further, I want to give credits to the TTP team, because as you guys have noticed, I was very quiet, but I had the benefit. I could focus completely on my trading, and you guys, thank you, Jonathan. You did a great job at distracting them. You guys were talking quite. You guys were talking quite quite nicely a lot in our benefit, and I wouldn't be able to do that. Trade actively and talking and holding that conversation line, and you guys did it quite nicely. I think you guys did a very good job, even though we won. You guys did a very great job. So credits to you. And by the way, Alex, that trade needs a replay. That pound, everyone has been giving you a hard time on your GU trade for the last couple of days. Man, the trade of today on GU, I want to put it, I don't know if we can put it, the entry, the history on the chart where you get the entry and your close on the GU trade. I don't know if you can do that, Jonathan, but it's a beauty of a trade. It's the match or the play of the day. Really, Alex.
And it's also the most profitable pair today was actually GU. So congratulations to that, Alex. Mike, we have the Michael. We have the giveaway in the comments. And when are we going to do the giveaway? Next week, right? We're going to give everyone enough time to make sure that they sign up and do everything that's supposed to be doing.
We'll announce it live here Tuesday. We'll do that. So everyone go ahead and sign. And do you have the link for them?
Yeah, the link is in the description of this video. So make sure you go to the description, go to the Gleam website that we got set up. You should sign up for the Trader Pool Hub, the Fibers Hub, and then subscribe to both of our YouTube channel. But I guess that's it for today, guys. We definitely have to do this again. This was very exciting, very fun, and I'm pretty sure you guys all want a rematch as well.
Absolutely. Yeah. What are you guys doing tomorrow?
Oh, yeah. Awesome, guys. Well, see you all next week, and have a great weekend and I guess a long weekend. We got some holidays and bank holidays and everything. So have a great time, everyone. And if you're a crypto trader, try not to look at the charts over the weekend. All right, guys, take care.
All right, have a good one.
Take care.
Hi guys, so thank you very much for watching the video. Now make sure you like and subscribe, and most of all, go into the YouTube and check our other content that we provide here at the Fivers. We'll see you in the next one.
Right there, and it is going to be easily the banger right there, Palantir right now. We're doing it again, and we're doing it live. It's another $1 right there on Palantir. So I mean, the good just keeps on getting gooder. Shout out to all the English teachers out there. Goes to show
All right, everyone. Add to stage. Okay, everyone. Just going to say thank you all for joining. I think that was an awesome time. I think they cheated, performance enhancing drugs, whatever you want to call it, but it was a good time. A lot of those, trades I think that we had on the go, if we had gotten just 2 more minutes, we would have just
2 more minutes. That's it, man. That's what we needed.
But
hey, it was a tough one. It was a tough one. I got to give it to me on one of the trades. I think I was up like 600 or 800. And that was the one, the TGL, that kind of dropped on me. But I saw it up like 10 or 15 cents. And when I did that one, I saw my scanner go off with QURE breaking the high. As soon as I went to that one, I looked back, TGL dropped like 30 or 40 cents in like literally like a second or two.
No, you did good. You did good working your way out of that for sure.
Yeah. Like always, I actually looked at a lot of it. I mean, we did a lot of kind of one-to-one trades, so it was just a one-to-one look a lot of the times. And so maybe a couple of those if we would have just gone a little bit bigger on right in certain ones. But hey, learning lesson indeed. We'll see what happens to the market now. I think we're getting a pretty good up action here. On my main account, while all the talking was going on, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go focus on the pattern that I've been looking at. So I'm right now short on the VIX, the VXX, from pretty much 72.69, looking really well, guys. So I'm still focused on my trading. I hope you guys are also, and we'll see what happens now. I've been seeing too many reversals for me not to go after them in the afternoon. So that's what I'm doing right here. I'm just going after the reversal the pattern that I've been seeing consistently on, and we'll see if it keeps playing out. The TQQQ still hasn't made its way back anywhere near, right? So we'll see if that can continue, kind of just driving back. But not a bad little competition. Not a bad little competition indeed. What's up? What's up, Michael? We licking our wounds?
I mean,
we licking our wounds a little bit.
If we had one more minute, it would have been
even Hertz eventually went down. I mean, there was times there that I think it was just also the time pressure that we put on ourselves, right? And I think that's part of it, right? I think maybe we need to extend the competition towards 11, give us a little bit more window time, right? And I think that's what we're looking at. Especially the way the market's been as of late. I haven't been trading the open too much. If anything, Michael and I have been trying to wait closer towards that 10-20 to really put some trades on. But hey, good bounce back in your trade, Michael. I saw you add in and then we're able to get out for a small profit.
Well, did you see what happened 2 minutes later? I had 5,000 shares. It shot up like $2.
On which one?
Right after. DXF, yeah. Like literally 1 minute when we were done, that thing popped. Yeah, look at my out and then what happened on the next candle.
Also GPN, same thing, I got out here and it made like $1. What it is? Yeah, like $2. And I had like 2,000 shares. Just a few more minutes and we
and then I was ready to go VIX short. I'm VIX short on my main account right now, but it's like, man, if we would have had the chance to jump on this kind of move, I think, I have 100 shares right now, but that would be 1,000 shares, right? And it'd be, 10 times this amount, already $1,000 winner there on the VIX short. So we'll see what happens. TQQQ bouncing back. We'll see if we get some kind of rallies into the afternoon. I see Apple rallying a little bit there. That's a good sign. We'll see, of course, if good old Trump can put a rally into the market.
He's chatting today, isn't he?
A lot of deal talking. It's 1 p.m. To talk. So
that makes you want to buy a bunch of stuff before then.
Why do you think I'm looking for the rally at some point today and just looking for it to show up, right? If anything, it might show up early, right? So we'll see what happens, guys. It's definitely a battle. We're going to continue battling like always, guys. You guys can keep up with the Discord action if you're not already, right? Like always, guys. And on Friday, that's the #1 place I tell you guys to go and catch some traders. They do share screens and things like that. They talk. So if you're not on our Discord, definitely get out there. Any last words for the traders out there, Michael?
Which one?
Which Michael?
I told you.
My
your
last
Michael
words
today,
is
he's Nos.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
My last words anyway are just we'll get them next time. Just give us a few more minutes. They also swung way bigger than I expected.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
were down. We
I
were
mean, but
never
that's-
down more than 1,000. I think I looked in weird. That was the most we were down, and they were down like 5,000-6,000 at one point. So
Also, no penny stock runner, really. Like you guys
Yeah.
know, I was waiting for him. I was looking at them. I was in like QURE that looked like another one, and just wasn't that day. And that's how it goes too, right? It depends on what day. But I liked how we all separated into different plays. I said, you know what? I'll go for these small caps. I know I can kind of handle that area. Michael was in another area, Nas in another, and we did pretty well. I think let's get the rematch on. We'll get a little bit more focused about what we can go for, right?
Yeah.
And then learn how to tranche into these plays too, because it's a little bit different, right? Getting into a little bit bigger position size. Maybe it's ladder approaches, right? On the limit entry, right? Maybe putting a good amount on the ladder, trying to get pullback fills, things like that can really help you, especially when you're using high size, right? It's completely different than that low size approach.
Okay, what?
You see that there's some office love going on right now, guys.
going on here? I'm not sure what, but
I just wanted to. You got to move your head towards.
Look. There he is.
This is our champion. This is our.
There's a champ right there, he says.
oh yeah. I got
Thank
you.
you very much.
Sorry.
Thank you very much, guys. It was a pleasure having you guys on. I can't wait to go against you again.
You walking with that money bag?
That money man,
Taking that
Mitch,
money
baby,
bag?
money Mitch.
You got that bag from us today. Don't worry. We know where you got the bag. It came from us. So we'll come back and get it. That's for sure.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we'll wrap it up, guys. Like always, stay tuned. We got a lot more for you guys, and definitely join the raffle if you guys didn't do so already. And we'll be continuing to push, bringing more opportunities for you guys. And like always, let us know what you guys like about this. And if you guys want to see more team battles, we've been talking about doing a competition and team battling. Michael Nos and I have been talking about it on stream, and Michael's been talking about it in the background. We're going to keep pushing. We're going to do a little team challenge soon, guys. Stick around. There's always more for you guys, and reach out to us. If you have interest in anything you guys want us to do, a big competition, something like that, just reach out to us. Give us ideas. We're always listening. We'll see you guys back like always. Continue trading out there. Stay safe, traders. It's always tough trading out there, especially when we got to be on a swivel for all the conversations coming out from the White House. All right, guys, we'll see you guys back on Monday, or actually, Monday now, because we got Friday off. And then, of course, we'll be back on Monday. Stay safe out there, traders. Don't forget, today is like a Friday. Some traders might not want to be long the weekend, or maybe it's the opposite. Maybe there's some deals being made on the weekend. We'll find out, traders. We'll be back on Monday.